What's going on, folks? You're watching The Hungry Handgunner. I'm Nick, and today I have another light video for you guys. The folks over at Soffirn actually reached out to me and asked if I would take a look and review their SP33 V3 or version 3 light. This is definitely a big guy right here as far as just diameter. There is no pocket clip. I would say that this is probably not an EDC light. But without further ado, let's come over here to the table and take a look at it. And of course, when it gets dark, I'll get you guys that nighttime footage. Now, before they reached out to me, I had never heard of Soffirn, but this is the box that it came in. You have a plastic insert inside, and you pull it out. You've got some extra O-rings, which is a nice touch, and then a USB Type-C cable that I have left plugged in from charging the light, and an instruction booklet, and it also came with an adapter for 18650 batteries. I say adapter because this light is not an 18650. It's not even a 21700. It is a 26650 battery. So there is that big guy right there. And it is a 5500 milliamp hour battery. And it looks to be just a normal button top battery. No proprietary cells or anything like that like we've seen from Olight and Through Night. So that is cool. If you guys have some 26650s laying around, this may be the ticket for you. If you don't, though, it comes with one, and you can also use 18650s and 21700 batteries in it. Now, the light itself, just giving it a once over here, is pretty neat. You have a lanyard loop here. It did come with this lanyard that I went ahead and put on just because well, there's no pocket clip, so I was like, well, we'll try it out and see. You have some heat sinking here, some pretty deep heat sinking, I might add. A bezel here that is semi-crenulated. It really has three raised sections. You can see that orange peel style reflector and the emitter, which I can't remember off the top of my head which one they went with. We'll see if this manual sheds some light on it, which we'll actually want for some specs here in a second. It is the Cree XP50.2, and it has a claimed lifespan of 50,000 hours. So we'll go ahead and show you some of the modes real quick. Alright, so looking at the list here, your lowest brightness setting is going to be the 1 luminous flux, they call it. There it is. It says that's approximately 1 lumen of output with 31 days of runtime, 3 meter beam distance, and 2 candela peak intensity. Now we go off and go to low. We are looking at 150 lumens, 26 hours, 36 minutes of runtime, 64 meters beam distance, 1025 candela. Go up to medium, 450 lumens. Now you're getting up there, 9 hours and 21 minutes, and 122 meters of beam distance, 3775 candela. If we go to high, we are now at 1600 lumens, 2 hours and 21 minutes runtime, 187 meters beam distance, and 8750 candela. And then if we go to turbo, we have 3500 lumens, 1 hour 53 minutes runtime, and 273 meters of beam throw, and 18,666 candela. It is impact resistant to 1 meter and is IPX8 waterproof up to 2 meters underwater. It uses a 5 volt 2 amp max USB Type-C charging. It comes with some extra O-rings, lanyard, an 18650 battery adapter sleeve, charging cable, and manual. So very cool there. Yeah, a lot of things this light can do, so that's awesome. Alright guys, so we're going to take a little stroll here with the Soffirn SP33 V3. I'm not sure how well it's showing up on camera right now, but I'm using the low output, or like a moonlight or firefly mode. We're going to go to low here. The firefly is just a little bit too dim for my taste. Walking over to the range here helps kind of gauge some distance. Low looks like it's plenty of light for walking around. You know, it's not going to reach out super far, but definitely enough to see. Hopefully the camera's showing you just how decent this is here. I'll come up to the table over here and start looking down range a little bit. Let's see. Alright, so that's low. Go up to medium. Medium's not too shabby. It's definitely reaching out there. Hitting on my steel targets. Rubber dummy on the ground there. Not bad. We'll go to high. High is definitely throwing some light down there, both spill and, or flood and spot. The spill is very wide, very generous. Does a good job. And then we'll go to turbo. And yeah, it's pretty sweet. Very neat. Now, unlike other lights, this turbo isn't set on a time limit. It's more temperature. It has a temperature sensing unit inside, so when it gets to certain temperatures, we'll go over when we look at the specs, but certain temperatures it will step down accordingly to protect the circuitry. But you can see no problem reaching up in the trees. Again, that's on turbo. There it is in high. Very awesome light so far. Strobe warning for anybody that is sensitive to it. Will it goes like fast and then it slows down and fast, so it's kind of interesting strobe pattern, but very cool. Absolutely enjoying my time with this thing so far. So I have been using the Soffirn SP33 V3 here for a few days. I'm not ready to give you guys a full review. It's going to take me a little bit longer to review this one just because it's not an EDC type light. There is no clip that I can put this in my pocket and carry it on a daily basis. So it is very much going to be a light that I will use around the house. And I think this form factor lends itself well to being used as kind of a kitchen light. Keep it in the cabinet or near the front door ready to go. The brightness on it is pretty impressive. Been impressed with it. You guys hopefully can see some of that in the night footage, but looking forward to putting this through more of its paces and getting the full review to you guys. But as always, stay safe, keep shooting if you can. I'll see you next time.